Hello fellow Earthlings, my name is Darren, and today in Fossil Foolishness, the Guyanese judicial system continues to simp for the oil and gas industry, even as environmental scrutiny intensifies. The permit previously issued to Exxon Mobile by Guyana's Environmental Protection Agency to operate in the oil reservoir known as the Liza-1 Well was set to be terminated on June 10th because of, surprise surprise, Exxon Mobil's refusal to comply with even the most basic environmental regulations. The lower court sided with the EPA in their case to terminate the permit before the High Court ultimately granted a stay of execution to allow Exxon's local affiliate, Esso Exploration and Production Guyana Limited, to continue to operate in this oil reservoir until a full judicial hearing on Exxon Mobil's alleged noncompliance could be held later this year. The caveat worked into the stay of execution was that Esso lodged a $2 billion security deposit as a sort of liability insurance policy against any potential environmental disasters related to the extraction of oil from the Liza-1 well. As if that's anywhere near sufficient or responsible environmental regulation or stewardship. So yet again, we see government in the Caribbean bending the regulatory framework to allow big oil to continue to exploit our natural resources, even as they affirm the validity of the concerns that environmentalists have about their activity. As a reminder, up until their 2020 oil boom, Guyana was one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere, and to this day struggles with intense and insurmountable institutionalized poverty. Exxon Mobil, on the other hand, is a $422.7 billion multinational corporation. I accordingly see any political or judicial cowardice with regard to environmental regulation or enforcement through the lens of this imbalance. My short-term and perhaps foolish hope is that the Guyanese regulatory framework for once actually bucks trends and holds Exxon Mobil to account in the name of preserving the integrity of the sensitive and sacred ecosystems around the Liza-1 well. And, as ever, my long-term and perhaps equally foolish hope is that the administration of current Prime Minister Mark Phillips directs the recent and sharp rise in Guyana's GDP towards sustainable infrastructure, green energy, green jobs, a local tourism industry that is in harmony with the natural world, and arts and culture, so that we can finally be done with this fossil foolishness.